Okay, so let's just dive right in. We hear this phrase, ancient wisdom, thrown around all the time, but what does it actually mean for us, right here, right now? Well, in this explainer, we're going to look at some really old rules from a classic text called the Di Zigui, and you'll see how they might just be the secret to navigating our crazy modern world. But let's be honest, some of these rules can sound, well, incredibly fussy, can't they? Telling you exactly how to walk or how to open a door. So the big question we're tackling is this. Is this all just outdated, picky manners, or are these actually some surprisingly effective life hacks for today? I mean, take this for example. The DZ teaches open doors and curtains slowly and quietly, without making a sound. Now, at first glance, you might think, really, does it matter that much? It just seems so meticulous, almost trivial. But what if there's a much deeper wisdom hidden in these super simple instructions? And that's exactly what we're about to find out. We're going to reframe these old rules and see how they are incredibly relevant for protecting ourselves and, just getting along in our crowded world. So let's start with the really big one. The connection here is just so powerful. On the surface, yeah, the old rule seems like it's about being graceful and poised. But if you reframe it for today, especially for seniors, you see this critical safety principle. A simple fall can be completely life-threatening. So this isn't just about being polite, it's fundamental self-preservation. And this just perfectly illustrates the original text. Turn corners widely, don't bump into edges. It's teaching mindfulness in your movement. By being aware of your surroundings and just giving yourself a little more space, you avoid accidents, whether that's bumping a sharp table corner or taking a really dangerous tumble. It's kind of like ancient physiotherapy. And this idea of mindfulness, it goes way beyond our own safety and into our communities. Remember that rule about opening doors quietly? Well, in a packed city like Singapore, where so many of us live in HDB flats with shared corridors, this simple act turns from just etiquette into deep respect. You never know, your neighbor might work the night shift and be sleeping. Your quietness is literally their peace. Okay, so we've seen how these rules apply to our physical safety and how we get along with our neighbors. But the wisdom goes even deeper. It actually gets right into our own mental well-being. The Dizigui is super specific about keeping your personal space orderly. It says, keep your rooms clean, walls clear, desk tidy, and pens and inkstones straight. Okay, again, this might sound a little like a nagging parent, but there's a really powerful psychological truth hiding in here. And here's the thing, modern science backs this up 100%. A cluttered, messy space can totally overwhelm our senses, making it really hard to relax and focus. It can actually increase our cortisol, that's the stress hormone. So, this ancient practice of tidying up, it wasn't just for looks. It was basically an early form of mental health care. A tidy space really does help create a tidy mind. Now let's zoom out a bit from our own personal space to the public spaces that we all have to share. How do these individual principles scale up to create a better society for everyone? Well, it all starts with the self. The text says, in the morning you must wash your face, brush your teeth, and clean yourself. This personal discipline is step one, because if we take responsibility for ourselves first, we're just so much better equipped to be responsible members of our community. So what does this social awareness look like today? It's all the little things, It's not leaving your stuff in the HDB corridor, which is a real safety hazard. It's turning your phone volume down on the MRT. It's pushing in your chair at the Hawker Center. It's just being aware that you share this little island with millions of other people. But we've all been there, right? Someone is just completely buried in their phone, they walk right into you, and that immediate reaction can be frustration. Ugh, they have no manners, so inconsiderate. It's such an easy trap to fall into, but this ancient wisdom actually offers a much more constructive way to think about it. So this is the crucial point, this distinction right here. The text makes a difference between an unintentional wrong, just a mistake, and an intentional wrong, which it calls an evil act. And this is a total game changer for how we react to all those daily annoyances. Think about it. That person who bumped you while they were on their phone, that's a wuxing fei. It's a mistake. They weren't trying to hurt you, they were just distracted. Now the person who deliberately pushes you out of the way, that's something else entirely. By recognizing that most of the stuff that bothers us falls into that mistake category, we can save our energy and just respond with a little more grace. And this really brings us to the core message of this whole philosophy. All of these small, seemingly tiny actions, turning a corner carefully, keeping your desk tidy, not slamming a door, they all add up. They shape our character, and when we all do them, they shape our entire society. So here's a little challenge. Let's make this practical. This week, at home, just pick one area, one drawer, one shelf, one corner of a room, and just organize it. See if you feel a little bit calmer. And when you're out and about, just pay attention to your own social awareness. Can you hold a door for someone? Can you step aside to let someone pass? Just see how these small acts feel. Because ultimately, that is what this ancient wisdom is all about. It's not about big, grand gestures. It's about the power of small, consistent, mindful actions. So I'll leave you with this. What's one little thing you could do today, either for yourself or for someone else, that could end up making a really big difference?